Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So today's video is a package I received, so a little mini box opening. I already opened it to check the books and to make sure everything's good. But here's my little geek corner, so to speak. So I'm a big Dungeons & Dragons fan. I've been playing since the age of 8, on and off all through the years. And I have my little pops, and then right up there you can see my X-Men Marvel Legend collection. So, and yes, before I hear anything about the window and the sunlight hitting that Captain America, I just put that up there for the video. So, every now and then I'll switch it up to something, but there. Now I've had a full tour of my geek corner. Alright, so let's get into it. So I've been talking about budget haul and budget collecting and not buying like a whole bunch of new books. So for me, my budget's like $25 a week, but for others they might spend $50 or $75. And if you're spending like $50 or $75, I would cut it down to like, I don't know, 3 to 4, maybe 5 books a week. And then take that money and buy other things. Whether you can start saving that up and buying books that are under, 100 or 50 at a time. You're going to start building a collection that has value. And what I mean value in the sense of any book that you buy should have some value to you. Whether you're buying it for like an investment or you're buying it to read, it should have some value. But I'm talking about books that will maintain value over time, and that you could eventually, if you want to, sell or trade to get other books that you might need, or in case of an emergency, like it's happened to me several times, where you just sell off your collection because you have to. It's nice to have those type of collectibles that, you know what I'm saying. Got a little tongue-tied there. That whole, I don't want to say, whole value, because I've just been saying whole value, but it's nice to have something that is, a liquid asset. Ooh, big terms. Alright, so this is not the Joaquin Financial Channel. So, I got this Avenger set. And the significance of this is the Master of Evil. So, it actually starts off in 270, but I didn't get that in this set. And then 272... So they sent it double bagged. I mean, this is old school. I'm not going to knock them too much because I've done that before in the past. But for all you future sellers on eBay, don't. So this is also a 25-year anniversary. And this one right here is Hercules' Last Stand. And try to get it without the glare. It's a lot better. So I've always loved this cover along with this story. So 275. You can see that Hercules been knocked the hell out. The 276. The Avengers are regrouping. 277. The final battle. I always like this cover too. Barron Zemo, Cap going at it. 278 is starting to deal with the aftermath of the Master of Evils hitting the place. And so some members have left, and She-Hulk is now on the team, or is going to be part of the team. And in this issue, you see the, who will lead the team, who are the new members. And this is the repercussions of what happened to Jarvis during the Master of Evil's attack. So, I paid all in all for these books, like $37, $38 with shipping. So I think it came down to $3 a book. Most of these books, I would say, are in like maybe to a 5 to a 7.0. I bought these so I could talk about the books or the series, and not so much for because I think these are going to go up in value or anything. And the movies that are coming out with Barron Zemo, they're going to go the Dark Avenger route. So at one point when, I heard they were doing Barron Zemo, I was like, oh, there's a chance we could see the Master of Evils before they would do the Dark Avengers, which I figured they would do, but I don't think we might see a Masters of Evil later on down the road. Who knows? So the story really picks up here in 271, where Barron Zemo is starting to formulate a plan. So start pulling these out so I can show you little highlights of it. So he's gathering his groups to form his Master of Evil. So at this point right here, you have Black Knight, Hercules, and Janet, and they're talking. And so at the time, it's kind of subtle, but you don't realize that they are setting up the way Hercules acts the way he does, because the Wasp is upset that Submariner has left the team, and she's given Hercules some slack over it. And Hercules is like telling her that he doesn't appreciate her telling him what to do. Sorry, still getting used to my webcam. It's my first webcam video, people. So he gets upset, he leaves. So I'm just going to give you some brief high points of each book, because I would like you to go out and buy this if you're an Avengers fan, or you recently got into like, oh, Barron Zemo is a cool character, then this is a story for you. So that's really what this book is about. The villains, Yellow Jacket's been captured, and Gargoyle and Screaming Mimi have to come out and rescue her so they can recruit her for the Masters of Evil. That's what this book's about. Then we got 72, and this is where it picks up back with the Submariner, and you learn that the Submariner is going back to challenge to rescue his cousin, and his cousin is being captured by Atuma. So even though Submariner is no longer the ruler of Atlantis, he's still, he's still their champion, or people, or the Atlanteans still have love for him, some love for him, but he's, he's not the king right now. So of course they get into a fight, and Alpha Flight shows up because Marina is part of their team, and basically they conclude the story that they started to set up in 270. So, like I said, I just want to show you quick little highlights. Not an in-depth review, just enough for you to go, hey, Joaquin, I didn't know about this story. Thanks for showing. And I think I'll check that out. Alright, so this issue right here, 273, this was part of their, I want to say it's their anniversary cover. It says it on there, 25, which I was going to say, but then I froze up for a second. So it shows Hercules, he's at a bar, he's getting drunk, and the wrecker at the time is buying him more drinks, and also like needling him, like just poking the bear and getting him upset about Wasp being the leader. It shows that all the other groups are kind of spread out, like the Submariner's gone, Captain Marvel takes off for a moment, Black Knight is figuring out things about his sword, and we got Barron Zemo and Moonstone talking, and they're getting the band together. Okay, so at this point you you find out that Dane White, or Black Knight, has a crush, or starting to fall for Wasp, but she's not that interested in him and doesn't see him that way. And so Barron Zemo picks up on that. That's what these panels are about. And now Barron Zemo's talking with the Fixer, getting things ready, and now you see the crew that's there. And so I want to make sure you guys are seeing this really well. So as you can see, you've got Barron Zemo, Absorbing Man, Titania, Goliath, Moonstone, the Wrecking Crew, Mr. Hyde, Tiger Shark, Yellow Jacket, and the Fixer. So now that his team is assembled, and they're planning to take down the Avengers, and that's how this issue ends. Now we get to this issue right here, which I thought was like just amazing. So first of all, I love the cover on this, and at this point they've already taken the mansion. I think they took it at the end of 273. So they're setting up a trap. They captured Alfred. He sent out a distress signal, but not everybody caught it. So like Black Knight, he's walking into a trap. He sees Yellow Jacket, but then he gets beat up by Mr. Hyde. Captain Marvel pops up, but then she gets ambushed by Blackout. So Blackout sends her into the dark dimension, and she can't escape. So at this point, Captain America finds out there's something going on, and he's letting the Wasp know. And apparently they hired some call girls for Hercules because they got him really jacked up. And so they're having a discussion about that we need to plan this right. But Hercules, because he's so drunk and on drugs, decides not to listen to them. Gets ambushed by Tiger Shark, quickly kicks his butt. Captain America and Wasp try to make it through. And so Captain America gets captured, and I'm not going to show you all the other fight scenes that come into it, but this right here, where it shows like Goliath getting the jump on Hercules, and he's just bashing him into the wall, but he's taking all these headshots. And then at the very last panel over here, you see the Wrecking Crew, Mr. Hyde, trying to finish him off. They've captured Captain America. Barron Zemo's kicking him. And so they pretty much, end it was like that. So it's like all doom and gloom on this issue. Like, whoa, what's going to happen next? Be replacing all this. Like, let me show you how old these bags and boards are. I'll be replacing all that. Okay. So right here, they pick up with the story of Hercules being in the hospital. Janet gets a message to Ant-Man. Ant-Man shows up to help. Titania and Absorbing Man are sent to finish off Hercules, and they don't succeed, obviously. So I'm not going to show you anything about this, because this was a pretty cool fight scene between both of them, and how Ant-Man and Wasp use their powers to defeat two pretty powerful villains in very somewhat creative ways. Like, at first I was like, whoa, okay, you know, I saw some things coming now they could do it, but then other things I was like, oh, all right. So as you can see right here, this is the Avengers are now recouping, and this issue you discover that Black Knight can recover his sword. So he's able to have his sword teleport to him. He escapes with Captain America. At the same time, 2 other people come in to help the Avengers. One of them's called the Shroud, and the Shroud opens up his dark dimension, and he's about to deal with some little gangbanger, or little thug. And when he opens up his ability, Captain Marvel comes rushing out. So Thor shows up. They introduce Druid, who's going to later on join the team. He's here in the corner. See, right there. So this is a pretty cool cover. So now they're taking it to the Masters of Evil, because the Masters of Evil did a really good plan of just taking them by surprise, taking them one by one, taking out the big pieces. Once Submariner wasn't there, they isolated Hercules, and they did a really good job of taking them down. Which will bring us to the last issue. So in this final battle, you start to learn a little bit more about Barron Zemo, Captain America, and how the Avengers take back. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Are going to take back the mansion and defeat the Master of Evils. So, get a good look at these. But as you can see here, if I can really get some zoom in on that, you can see a little bit of spine ticks. Like I said, it's a little dirty on the cover. The pages aren't that bad, They might be considered off-white, but they look pretty clean to me. So at this point, they're able to recruit and they win. I wanted to go into more detail about this, but I don't, because I don't want to spoil it, how they win and how the new team members come in to help them. So at this point, Thor and Druid are going to join the Avengers because of the aftermath and them leaving. And the other books I have are 279. This deals with when She-Hulk comes, and I think she's part of the Avengers for a while. And then the last one is the consequences to Alfred, to serve no more. Tony Stark gives him a opportunity to leave, and it's basically just a flashback of his life being in the Avenger Mansion. So once I get the other parts, the next 10 books to the series, because they deal with the aftermath of what happened to Hercules and the consequences of that. So that's it, people. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe if you would like to see more videos done by me. And leave a comment below. I'd really like to hear from you. Have you read this series? Have you read this series? Did you like it? What were your favorite moments? You can put that in the comment. Or if you haven't, was my review good enough to, maybe spark your interest? Like, maybe I should get this run. You're only going to pay on average anywhere with shipping to be like 30 on the low end to up to 40. And if you're not too worried about condition, you'll get it in the grade that I have right here. Alright, with that, people, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you later.